do. You just have that cup, that the catheter or something like that. It's the StreamYard catheter.
Oh, I don't have a catheter.
Inserted it.
I'm just
that
going
way
on
you
the
could do
ground.
streams. And it would have helped Del Keown. Oh, wait, we're live. Hold on.
The views and opinions expressed within the video content found on the Indie Comics Network are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Indie Comics Network or its sponsors.
In the spaces, things exist. In the lines that form the network of your mind. Behind the retinas of imagination are the particles of refuse that made you who you are. Turn off, shut your eyes, and listen to dispatches from outside the box.
Your kids will love McDonald's Happy Meal. It's food and fun in a box. It's a hamburger or cheeseburger, regular-sized fries, regular-sized soft drink, and a McDonald's Land cookie sampler. It all comes in a Happy Meal box with games, puzzles, jokes, and a prize.
So in case you haven't caught our card, and if you haven't caught the montage or monologue or whatever the hell that is, now, of course, we're talking about Happy Meals, and welcome to Dispatches from Outside the Box, the show that scours the corners of geekdom to inspire you to create outside the box. Of course, before we get started, we want to invite you to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, tell a neighbor, share it, all that other nice jazz and everything. So, or any other show right here on the IndieComicsNetwork.com. And so we'll be talking about Happy Meals tonight, and it's kind of an odd subject to talk about. I don't know too many people that talk about Happy Meals, but in a way, it's kind of a free toy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Well, it was for us when we were kids, not our parents, though.
Not our parents.
Yeah, like my parents hated them. Because,
really?
Yeah, because we'd go, and of course, I was young enough to get the Happy Meal. I'd always play with the toy and never eat of the food. So, basically it was just me, getting hungry later because I didn't eat my lunch because I was usually playing with whatever cool toy I had.
Right. It's a $3 toy. So, I mean, why not? You had to work up an appetite. That's what it was. Yeah. You had the toy. You had if you went inside, you used to have the playground. Which they've done away with for the most part now. I think
they complain about childhood obesity.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they were McDonald's was working that out because we didn't have that big a problem when they had playgrounds, right?
Oh no,
I don't know. That's an internet statistic, folks. So don't buy it. Anyway, I'm C Michael Lanning, independent artist, has done work for Hazard Productions of their upcoming Doghouse. Done work for Arrow Comics with Calico and Shard with Randy Zimmerman, and some other stuff that's coming up pretty soon. So, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, sir?
Hi, I'm Mitch Rogers. I'm a horror comic book writer, artist, and publisher from South Carolina. I'm the creator of the Boger and Flesh and Blood comic book series. The Boger, which is going to be the Boger is going to be relaunched this year.
Awesome.
Just keep an eye out for that.
Great. We're not the only ones on here tonight. We have another person who hasn't been here for a while because I like to do happy birthdays and everything, so I kind of made something special for him.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about.
I don't know what that is, but that's
You don't know what that is. I was thinking while I was doing it, I'm like, I bet she has no idea what the hell that is.
It's really funny though because that you are the second person to actually mention Welcome Back, Cotter. The first one was the comics.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, and we're going to talk about, because everybody here kind of has, we're about separated. Everybody here is about separated about 5 years each, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm 1980, Mitch is 1985, and you're 1990.
Yeah.
So we all have our 86.
Close.
Okay.
Get it right, you fucking...
Thank you.
Damn,
for
make me
making
feel even older, Mitch.
Yeah. Well, I feel older now. You said 1985 instead of 6. I was like, wow, I'm a year older than I think I am.
But we kind of have that division here, so it's kind of interesting to see what we remember about Happy Meals, because obviously since 1979 is what it seemed to introduce them. They've been around a long time, as well as I have. So, Chad, introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a while. If you can tell, I moved, so I got a whole new studio. That's what I've been doing this past about month and a half, I think. But my name is Chad Perkins. I am the writer of the series Blue Lullaby from Marcosia Enterprises, and I actually got a couple of other series coming out this year that I'm really excited about. See, but anyway, I'm also the host of the Shots with Comics podcast. That is every Monday at 8:30 p.m. right here on the Indie Comics Network, and we will be returning on January 9th. So that will be our next show.
But you're going to After Dark, though, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Indie Comics Network After Dark.
Yes. So because
you got to have that sensual whisper to it. After Dark.
So because we
Neon lights.
do tasteful erotica, because we can't say the P word, we are going to After Dark.
Right, corn.
Yeah, corn. Yeah,
corn.
At all. So, but yeah, so check us out there. We got a whole new structure that we're currently working on, and a new host. So,
all right,
yeah,
awesome. So, were you a Happy Meal collector?
I was obsessed with Happy Meals when I was younger. Yeah, specifically the Beanie Babies ones when those came out.
Oh my god!
Yeah, just like Mitch, I would get distracted from the toy and not the actual food itself. I would try to eat the toy, and then play with the food, but it was completely backwards. And that was because I was stupid as a child. But the Beanie Baby ones were the ones that I collected the most of growing up. I also
because those things are supposed to be a big deal at one time. So
yes, I even have my adult toy, which is not a butt plug, which I'm very upset about.
Like McDonald's comes out with an adult toy. It's got to have something, you know. So what does it do? Does it wind up? Does it ride on something? Is it just?
No, it's just this very unsettling, like,
hold on, I'm putting it up.
Hollow piece of plastic.
They didn't put much thought into that at all.
No, I guess it was like a clothing brand that was sponsoring this cactus plant, and this was $15 for a Big Mac meal with a toy. Yeah, and as you can see, dumb gimmicks are my fucking weakness.
Golly, I can't believe. See, that's left me speechless. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, $50.
Don't spend the money.
That's a depressing meal. That's not a happy meal.
Well, the other day I got one double cheeseburger and a large soda from McDonald's, and it was like almost $7.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the prices now are just ridiculous.
It's insane. It's a sad meal now. Every time I go, honey, do you want to go to like Sad Donald's or something? And then you have
or what's kind of like that meme, right? That meme that's like, you know, it was they showed you the picture of the old McDonald's had, the playground outside and everything like we were talking about. And it was all happy and clowns, and you had the plastic clown outside or the plastic Ronald McDonald and the swing set, or well, no, there wasn't a swing set, but like the bouncy thing.
The vomit in the ball pit.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a great time.
Jail, that thing that you used to go into so you can get used to when you go to prison for getting busted for smoking weed in there. Yeah, you had all that kind of stuff.
That was great.
Which is ironically shaped like a cop.
Yeah, exactly. It was called conditioning, but they had that. So they had that picture, and then it's like and then McDonald's today, which just looks like a depressed middle-aged man. It
does. So does Taco Bell.
Looks like
looks
like government housing from a communist country is what it looks like. It's just a box.
Why McDonald's? Why are you so depressing now?
Because it went with the 90s and the boomers stole McDonald's from the millennials. That's what happened.
I think
I blame Morgan Spurlock.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Supersize Me.
Yeah, when that movie came out, McDonald's just went haywire.
It did.
Oh no, people are going to stop buying our products. That made me want McDonald's more. Good God.
But Happy Meals were the reason for childhood obesity, clearly, right?
That they didn't give you anywhere to exercise. See, like Mitch was saying, you wouldn't even eat the meal. When they had good toys, you wouldn't even eat the meal.
You would eat the meal, then play with the toy, and then go to the jungle gym, probably with the toy, which would get lost. So you'd make your parents buy another Happy Meal.
and then you'd find a used needle in there, and then you had a new toy.
Hey, it was McDonald's, not Burger King.
Right.
Dude,
that sounds like the 90s McDonald's. Golly.
Taco Bell had kids' meals as well. Yeah. I remember those growing up. They had Earthworm Jim toys.
Oh, really?
They did. And that was I actually thought, fun story about Earthworm Jim, I actually thought I thought the show and the game were based on the Taco Bell toys growing up.
Oh my gosh.
It happens.
It was great.
Let's see. Let's go to the comments real quick. We got Brown Dog sitting there with his own Happy Meal. And Carl, hey Carl, welcome. Donna, hello. I was kind of worried because we went to a later time. And it's like, I hope we don't lose our regulars. But they're here, as always, hanging in there. We're good to have you. Oh, David, good evening. Of course, Brown Dog's just going to throw stuff at me and want weird things. Oh.
Bacon's not weird. I saw bacon. It's not weird. It's delicious.
Yeah, all you baconators.
Frain says hello. Hello. And David says, welcome back, Cotter Man. I had that comic and loved the show. Oh, well.
See, there's a comic of everything.
There was back in the day.
Like the Backstreet Boys comic, which was also...
If there was a property at one point, there was a comic book of it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like the Backstreet Boys comic.
What I remember as far as like a drawn Cotter was the Mort... Oh golly, the Mad magazine illustrator and the
Mort
Drucker, yes, and he had the Saturday Night Fever parody, and you had John Travolta walking down the. Why does that? That's not Cotter, but
well, he was in Welcome Back, Cotter.
We're talking about.
It's like
Welcome Back, Cotter was responsible for giving us John Travolta.
Yes. Oh, and
then the boy in the plastic bubble came around and gave us more John Travolta.
Oh my gosh, there's very few movies that I've seen him in that I could say that I like. Very few, and there's few even more now that I can go back and watch and like so. But
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Now
I remember why I quit coming onto this show. You guys are
well, we're supposed to do your research before you come on the show, though.
That's right. I put up that card today. You should have known something about oil, especially about Welcome Back, Cotter. We sent out a whole binder about it. So no.
Man, are you expecting to check my mail and read? You clearly don't know me.
Donovan says, I guess I'm older. I never had a Happy Meal. Carl said if it came out in 1979, I was already 20 years old. So you were a few years older, dear. Oh,
Everybody, just go. You can buy a Happy Meal right now.
Wow.
Nothing is stopping you.
Yeah.
Except maybe the police, but still.
No, the police won't do anything if you buy a Happy Meal. They'll just look at you weird.
They might follow
they
you.
might follow you. Yeah.
I am considered
Well-
a Happy Meal.
Well,
in some
no, but
cases.
you know what? That might have been the case about 5-10 years ago. But now that nerd culture has been has become a staple in society, now I guess it's kind of like, oh, look at that dork now. Because
Well, that's how.
before it was like,
Well, remember the when the Pokemon started coming out, like they had the Do you remember when? Or you might be too old to remember these, but when you ran them on the ground and then you set them up and they were like a spinning top.
yeah, we had something like that.
Yeah, those were in there. Then there was also the Beanie Babies from KFC that they had. That, like the nerd culture for that, I think normalized
Think so?
grown
Well,
men
about
collecting Happy Meal toys. Especially the Pokemon cards too. I remember they had those at Burger King. They were like a gold-plated card.
Yeah, I think I do. I remember seeing I never got one because I couldn't stand Pokemon. But I never got into Pokemon. When Pokemon made it big here in the States, I was working at a video store / comic book store / largest porn section, and
so Blockbuster.
in the city. So yeah, no, it wasn't a Blockbuster.
They didn't have comics.
Blockbuster didn't have a back room. Yeah,
They didn't have comics. They had a back room, but they didn't have comics.
no comics. No comics.
No, I remember the for kids meals. Do you remember? Okay, does anybody remember the Backstreet Boys comic?
I don't remember it, but I know they had one.
Yeah,
I know NSYNC had one.
NSYNC had one too. Do you know that the Backstreet Boys comic was also the characters in there were Burger King toys, and they made a collaboration with Marvel, Stan Lee, Nick Carter, and Burger King to make the Backstreet Boys comic.
I remember this. Hold on. I'm gonna go find this thing. Yes.
Yeah, actually, on Shots with Comics Gut Rot, we actually reviewed the Backstreet Boys comic.
Oh god!
I remember having Nick Carter, and then the other guy, the cowboy guy, CJ, one of the Backstreet Boys, AJ.
One of the Backstreet Boys.
One of the Backstreet Boys. Whoever the hell the other Backstreet Boys are. Yep.
The Backstreet Project.
Yep.
Speaking of corn, anyway, what the Backstreet Project? Oh my gosh!
And
Do you
Stan
wanna
Lee
do
put
some-
his name on it.
Stan
He
Lee
did.
did. Yeah. He
And-
that comic is not terrible. It is just very bizarre. It's about the Backstreet Boys fighting aliens as mystical superhero people.
Well, who is the artist on that? Because it kind of looks like a Todd Nayuk. I can't.
I don't think the artist is credited.
Of course, why would he? Stan Lee has his name on it. That's usually how it works.
Stan Lee did the artwork.
I saw a signature. If you zoom in on the cover, you might.
I was trying to, but it wouldn't come up. Ah, something Martinez. P. Martinez.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the artist was. Yeah, Ruben Martinez was, and Nick Carter was also the artist.
Nick Carter.
Okay. If he knows how to draw, I guess.
Well, Kevin Smith friend knows how to draw, and he did like 2 Batman series.
Well, he also did 2 Batman series.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, they weren't.
he's not a bad artist. Yeah, it's just
Kevin
the
Smith.
writing was something else.
No,
The
his
Kevin
friend.
Smith, Walt.
He's one of the guys that is his lackey at his store that he never goes to.
He was on Comic Book Men.
Oh, well. whatever.
He was
he's the guy that ripped off the woman that came in with a John Buscema splash page of Silver Surfer and Galactus with the word balloons on them and said it wasn't worth that much.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on over there. But you know what? It's kind of like this was just like the Pawn Stars. Golly, that name keeps coming up. Pawn Stars, where they come in there. You know, some of that stuff was set up. Or what's that? What shipping was not Shipping Wars?
Oh, Storage Wars.
Storage Wars. You know, some of that stuff was just like they'd have like golf clubs and rotted bowling balls. But here's this mint condition Star Wars figure. Yeah, okay, buddy.
Here,
I believe that.
Here's this.
Elvis
Here's all these
collection.
unopened Chicken McNugget Happy Meal toys.
Yeah,
Where all they
believe
do,
that.
then one is dressed as a prostitute, one is dressed as a fireman, one is dressed as your mom, the other's a butt plug.
It was crazy. Yeah,
Oh, they were all butt plugs. You seen them?
It's just everything's a butt plug. If you
Anything is a butt plug if you put your mind to it.
try. Does that mean that all Happy Meal toys are a butt plug? It's a butt plug?
Yeah. If you've ever seen the show on TLC,
Use your
I think it was
imagination.
TLC or Discovery, called Secrets of the ER, anything could be a butt plug if you put your mind to it.
I mean, I guess McDonald's is also a butt plug if you eat enough of it. Man, I remember the excitement of finding out what type of toy we had. We had a
and this is why Donna does not make it eat.
I don't blame you at all. My New Year's resolution is don't eat fast food as I chug a Big Mac up my butt.
Let me say this real quick. George, what's up? George and Sam were over there earlier on Catch the Craze, which you can now definitely catch and come by and say hey to us afterwards. But they just launched Sam's Duty number 4, so
Yay!
check
I
that
thought that
out.
was called Aliens in My Toilet.
Alien in the Toilet. Yes, Alien.
Yeah, the character's name is Duty. Keep up.
Yeah, I know.
Well, every time I see a duty, I'm like, oh, there's an alien on my toilet.
So anyway, I'm sorry, Chad. I interrupted you. What were you going to say?
Oh, I don't fucking know. No.
Yeah, no, but
I remember when Happy Meal toys got really weird in the 90s. We had the like the SpongeBob watches. It wasn't the SpongeBob. It was Rugrats watches. Rugrats. Hey Arnold, Rocco. Do you remember those?
I think that was stuff that was like at Burger King, wasn't it? I think
Yeah.
the Rugrats.
Yeah, McDonald's usually did the Disney stuff.
That's right. They did the
You
weird
know-
launchers and everything.
It goes to show you who could get a hold of the license first. Because I remember it's like the Mario stuff. You would have Mario Brothers, Nintendo stuff over at McDonald's, but then sometimes it would be over at Burger King. But
Yep.
the reason why I would think of like the Disney stuff is I remember the toys and the Happy Meals for McDonald's. But all like the collector cups that they had with all
Yep.
like they had
And the plates.
the plastic collector cups, were coming from Burger King.
Yep.
So
I had the entire set of the Hercules plates when those came out, and actually, I think if I remember correctly, Beauty and the Beast was the most successful McDonald's Happy Meal campaign, and then if I
Really?
remember correctly, and I think Lion King was the most or the least successful, or it was Aladdin. I don't remember offhand. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, but so I'm trying to remember. I can kind of get them mixed up.
I mean that makes sense. I'd be surprised if it wasn't like a Lion King. Of course, that could have been McDonald's, for that
think it was-
matter.
I think it was McDonald's.
I
did
think it was
Lion King.
McDonald's. Yeah, because
I wonder how that works.
would they make a toy based off Disney's The Lion King?
No licensing. Damn.
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, I
They
think
have a
for
mold.
while- yeah,
They have a mold.
I think for a while, McDonald's might have had the exclusive rights to Disney or something.
Mhm.
Because like for like a 10-year span that I remember can remember, like every Disney property had a Happy Meal toy with it, not a Burger King kids meal. It was always
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah, and then I think because Burger King had more Universal stuff, I think, as well.
Probably. Yeah, it seemed like everything that wasn't Disney usually went to
To
Burger King.
'cause they were-
Nickelodeon, I know, went a lot to Taco Bell.
Did
Well,
they?
it
Is that
seemed-
right? I didn't
it
even
seemed
think
like-
about Taco Bell.
I've remember they had the Earthworm. Like I said at the beginning, they had
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim toys, but I don't remember much else of what else they had at Taco Bell.
I think they had a set of toys based on that BMX show they had that was done by the same people that did Rugrats. I can't remember the name of it. Was it Team
Rocket Power?
Yeah.
Rocket Power. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember.
I knew it was Rocket something.
Yeah. Rocket Power was a very odd show. Never understood it.
I was never into BMX or anything, so I never really watched it.
Either. I watched maybe 2 episodes of Rocket Power. So
yeah, I don't know what it is. That's completely over my head.
Anyway, Happy Meals.
so anyway, there were Happy Meals of it. No, the Happy Meals are they're so weird to me, and I don't. So every time when I see a toy, I always think, and maybe that's because I'm older now. They're just so cheap now. Like they're uninteresting. They're kind of bland. I think the Mario ones that they had were, I think it was McDonald's that had the Mario ones where they were like little games, and half of them didn't even work. And I only know that because I watched YouTube videos about the Mario toys. But anyway.
Well, that was the thing. My daughter said that to me the other day. She said, when you were younger, you actually had good toys. And I can't argue with it. They were actually, you throw one of them things and you hit somebody, you felt pretty good. You were causing stitches.
Coma.
So, I mean, they were, you couldn't break them is what I mean.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they were that kind of hard plastic that they were making toys out of back then.
Yeah.
It's screws in them too. They weren't like the pop-in like pegs. They were like the actual. Somebody actually took a screwdriver and like drilled into it. Because you were talking about, Mitch, the robot transformer toys that they had.
Yeah, those are probably my favorites.
Those are really cool looking. I remember when I think it was Burger King that did the Inspector Gadget toys, and they did. You got a piece of Inspector Gadget throughout like the time that the toys were released. So it was like, oh, you got the right arm, the left leg, the butt cheek, the testicle. And what you would do is you would form a giant Inspector Gadget, and he was like this tall. Like he was like,
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was looking at that, and I look back now and I look at the shit that they have now, and I'm like, damn, we were lucky. Like you had actual toys, like the Toy Story ones. If I remember, they were actual, like functioning. Like one was like a boxing Woody or something, and you press the button and he did the boxing thing. Man, McDonald's toys, I guess, were fun. Or I just
at one point, yeah.
Well, yeah,
I'm trying.
I mean, they. I was looking at pictures of old ones that I could vaguely remember. They seem like more articulated, more I guess active toys. I remember when they came out with the Mario toys, not the games, but the toys.
Chris Pratt was doing the voice.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, and Mario would jump. It had like a spring and a suction cup on the bottom that you could put on a table, and after a while he would jump. Now it's just trinkets.
Yep.
Yeah, it's almost like a Cracker Jack. Like the Cracker Jacks, you used to get like little whistles or decoder rings or whatever the case was. Now it's like a paper freaking toy. It doesn't even work right. Whatever it is, it's supposed to be. It's just sad now, man.
Yeah,
but right here.
Oh man.
Oh,
what is that?
Yeah, I remember that thing from the Poltergeist movie.
That's where this came. Whoever thought that they had a Poltergeist Happy Meal, but there it is.
It didn't last very long, but it was.
This obviously was before. I think this was before they started really doing licensing on the toys. They were just using it to get in, get kids in, or I mean, like, what do you think was the reason for a Happy Meal? Was it to bring the parents in, or was it just to get the kid to shut up so their parents would stay there and eat?
I think it was just something for the kids.
It was to bring the kid. It was because kids would scream and whine about this toy with the food, and that's what they were used for, was to get parents to come in and buy the food. And that was what they were used for. It's a big market. It was a big marketing scam, and it worked. So,
it worked.
Well, all marketing is scams. So,
but I mean, even still, though, but you benefit from it, right? They get their money, and you got a cool toy most of the time, unless you got this toy. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
If you got that toy, it's just the Exorcist Happy Meal.
Can you imagine?
Not to be confused.
Put that up on your
Hellraiser
dresser
Happy
at night.
The Hellraiser Happy Meal. A lot of people went missing.
Now, this to me, okay, look, I do like Star Trek. However,
I don't.
I can't imagine a Star Trek toy.
Why? There's everywhere.
Well, Happy Meals. Well, no, I'm not talking about like the figures or whatever the case is, which is what you're going to go do. You're going to go postulate about philosophy and the way the world is and how people are, and it's logical.
Captain Kirk and all the women he'd have sex with throughout the show.
I got woman number 3 in my Happy Meal.
But
here's a green one. Here's a blue one.
But this isn't like the animated series Star Trek. This isn't even like the Star Trek, the Next Generation, or something, or even Star Trek, the original series. This is Star Trek, the motion picture.
And
the first Star Trek movie, which is
old.
Held as one of the worst Star Trek films.
1970. Well, yeah, it was 1979, and it's Star Trek. Nobody likes Star Trek.
Look,
hey, I know people that don't like Star Trek that love Wrath of Khan.
Oh.
They like to believe that Wrath of Khan is the first Star. I like Star Trek.
I'm sorry.
No, there's nothing wrong with Star Trek.
Oh my gosh,
not at all. Sulu is my favorite.
Hey! I said there's nothing wrong with Star Trek.
Damn. No, but seriously, I just can't see this being a Happy Meal. I mean, obviously it was.
I can't see anybody opening up. I guess it makes sense now that.
Here's my bird of prey. But you can't see it.
You open it.
Here's my bird of prey.
I mean, I guess if it had like Patrick Stewart and you opened up, and you're like, oh fuck yeah, I got Patrick Stewart. That would be really exciting. But nobody wants like Borf or whatever.
Well, he wasn't around at that time.
That was it. It wasn't around yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You were getting Scotty in this one, buddy.
Hey, Scotty was cool. He was intricate to the team. They couldn't go anywhere without Scotty.
Yeah, because nobody knew how to beam anybody up.
Or down.
Or down. They just get fucking stuck.
Scotty was smart. He didn't stay the hell out of it. That's why.
What other? I'm actually curious about knowing more on this list. What else do we have?
Oh, let's find out. The Mick wrist wallet.
What? What the
Mick
fuck can you put in that?
Wallet. A quarter, maybe two.
The real compartment's a whole loose chain.
No, not all. It's not all the. It's not all great toys that the 80s had. He had some crap too.
But what child? Oh, Timmy, here's a fucking wallet.
And what sucks about it? Well, it's a wrist wallet. See, it's like like a spy or whatever.
Yeah, so instead of having a functioning watch,
that's just a contact lens holder on your wrist. That's like wearing a fanny pack. Could you imagine taking that on a date and just be like, "Hang on a second, honey. Open it up."
Yeah, right. That'll be 50 cents. I've got the red one. What?
What do you have, dear? Like a fucking going home.
Or it's like in the cartoons, they lift up their sleeve and it's every color. Like how people have like multiple watches. It's just they're.
That would be hilarious. You can get them on eBay. Apparently, who buys them? Like
I don't know, but those things are cheap cheap garbage. I'm telling you that now. They would barely stick because it's kind of it's like a baseball cap, right? Like you have that clip-on thing, and after a while, you can look at it. You can actually see the brown table underneath these watches, right? So that's not good material at all. That's not going to last. It's not going to stand, right? Even through the red, you can see it. So you're clipping this thing on. It lasts you enough time for you to get out of the restaurant, and it breaks when you're in the car. There's just enough to shut you up and keep you going.
You put
I'm
a
sure
quarter in there, and the whole fucking thing explodes.
I would bet you that at this point in time, this was probably McDonald's worst profits from Happy Meals at that point in time. Because I can't imagine kids going in there going, I want a McWrist wallet.
I want to make wrist wallet, mommy. Damn it. Next, we're gonna teach your kid. We're gonna give them the tax brackets.
Jake says the reason
that's when McDonald's comes and takes the McWrist wallet back.
No, it would leave you the McWrist wallet. It's just going to take whatever's in it. So that's the reason Cobb was taking revenge. Ultimately, was his childhood trauma of getting the wrong toy in the box.
He got the McWrist wallet.
And some of these toys predated injury attorneys.
Yeah.
I'm fucking losing it. Okay, we move on from the fact that this is actually we were on this as long as we were. Diner Kitschy figures. Some of the earliest Happy Meal toys
the cars that don't even run. They're like the wheels are built into the body.
Yeah.
I think I remember these.
This looks like the soap cars. You ever see that where you had like it was the car soap that was shaped like cars? I mean, really?
Man,
that's what I thought
really
it was at first.
That.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Yeah, I remember.
Damn it! I'm an artist, Chad.
I remember. I don't remember them actually selling these at all, but I am familiar with those. I've seen those before.
Yeah, I've seen them, but like not in Happy Meals and like vintage toy collections and
landfills. Yeah,
they don't.
Yeah.
For what they are, they're not terrible looking.
I think it would the design. It seems lazy, right? I mean, you're kind of like, okay,
put
the
wheels
mold
on it that move.
like your mold is like straight down the middle. You see the seams on all of them. Okay,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
And the designs look cool, but damn it, you could have at least painted the windshields or something, right? Or the little guys. There's a couple of little guys here too. That's like you could have done something, man.
It's those. So those aren't actually those are actually like abominations screaming. They're actually attached onto the car. That's why they're the same color. Yeah, they're just fused.
Yeah, there you go.
No, the designs look really cool, but I would not be excited to get one of those.
No.
I would try to make it go vroom vroom, and instead it would go.
At that point in time, you would just go ahead and eat your food. Yeah.
You just put it up you just put it in your mouth and suck on it, I guess.
Just right on there, Chad was here.
In blood, too. Just... Oh, wait. Cookies were Oh.
No, they weren't. That's the thing. I remember. Okay, vaguely do I remember this because this did not last long. I guess cookies were too expensive. But they used to come with a cookie in the Happy Meal, right?
Well, you used to be able to get those separate, too, though. I remember that.
Yeah, it was you remember those butter cookies?
Yeah.
They look like a daisy with the rings or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it was. What I remember it being.
Yeah.
Wasn't cool like a chocolate chip cookie or nothing.
Yeah.
But
it was just like a cheap little, whatever dough they had or something. They had a cookie out of.
It was made out of it was actually made out of the same mold as the cars.
Yeah. You see the seam down the side. Look, Jake has a good point though. He said you'd be excited if it was black and sold as Batmobiles. Don't lie.
Yeah, I would totally buy that.
Yeah,
I probably would.
Yeah. Okay, fair. I like
the
fact that this says, okay, this isn't technically a toy. That means that people were playing with it.
Oh, these had mini cookies. I don't remember them being mini cookies. I remember it being like a solid cookie.
No, because I remember these ones. They were shaped like the different McDonald's characters too. So you had the two testicles, like the two fuzzy testicles, and then you had Grimace, which was the butt plug, and then you had the prostitute chicken. And then you had
You
Mayor.
sound like you're describing Five Nights at Freddy's characters. No,
I am. Oh wait, I'm getting that mixed up. Sorry.
But it's no. What were they? The Fry Kids. I forgot all.
Fry
We're gonna have to
Kids.
do one about McDonald's. Period. Right, and that
Yeah.
includes Mac and Me. We have to talk about Mac and Me.
We sure don't have to do Mac and Me. It was Paul Rudd wasn't, or
No, Paul
No,
Rudd wasn't in
No,
it.
he
but
wasn't
Paul
in
Rudd-
it. He
but he
uses
kept
it
that
as a
movie alive.
joke.
yeah, he
Yeah.
can, yeah. Get that
He
Like,
gets
here's
cut
my
alive.
scene for my new movie. This is 40, and in this scene, I'm talking to this actor. Blah blah blah, and he edits that
He
one
edits
scene
the
from
Mac.
Mac and Me.
He did. Oh my gosh, that's what made Conan O'Brien so great. They don't do that. I don't do that anymore. Anyway, here we go.
Ah, the butt plugs. The butt buddies.
McNugget buddies. Oh my gosh,
These are still apparently very popular.
there's actually pops.
Hmm.
There are actually McNugget pops, and I looked at that and I was kind of like, I want one. I don't know, but look, I want one.
There's also tricks. There's also tricks in other Kool-Aid packet ones too. But these apparently are still being sold on eBay and like lots, and people buy those.
I believe it.
And
I believe it.
I mean, we know why, but I just don't understand why.
Well, it's kind of like McDonald's version of Mr. Potato Head in a way. Because I think weren't the
that's a
clothes
good
and
point.
stuff interchangeable?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think later they were. I don't remember offhand if these ones were, but these
No,
were
these
from
were.
the '80s, so I don't know.
Yeah, these were.
Oh,
You had the
okay.
Halloween ones later on, but these were also interchangeable as well.
Okay.
And well, I say that I remember them being interchangeable, but I could be wrong. What I do remember about these is it had a little hole on the bottom, and it had a certain smell to it. But the hole, you would take the hole and you would put it up to your lip, and then you squeeze it and you let it go, and it would hold. Never mind. Anyway, but that's the
Keep
kind
going.
of weird
No,
stuff I remember.
keep going.
But
You're
they had like a
holding
certain,
on.
there's, you know what? But there's like a certain nostalgic smell to them, right? That's what I remember most about it. It's the way that they were made.
I've
but
never
this is a
taken a
pretty good
toy
one.
and smelled it.
Yeah. Why?
Oh, but I bet you have comic books, right?
Well,
That's
yeah.
different.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because part of there was a lot of old comics I find in used bookstores, and used bookstores have a nostalgic smell to them. You go in there and smell the mold in the pages.
Yeah, you don't go and you don't smell the McNugget plastic.
You just haven't been to a niche store that has them. That's why. You walk in there and that plastic pinhole smell comes out, and it's like, oh, I remember that. Now I want a cheeseburger.
I remember speaking of those the Nugget ones real quick, Burger King did that entire Mr. Potato Head campaign. And they had the very similar Mr. Potato Head toys like that. Oh, the Berenstain Bears. Look, we know
Berenstain.
exactly what the argument is. Let's.
Everybody's arguing about Berenstain or Berenstein. I thought it was BEAR, Berenstain. So
Chip and Dale and the Rescue Rangers.
these were fuzzy. I remember this. I think I might realize that my memories might be related to a lot of feelings and smells for some reason. But
Did you smell these too?
I do
Did
actually
they have a
I don't
nice
remember
forest smell?
I don't remember the smell of them, but they were fuzzy. I
Did
remember them being
did
fuzzy.
you put their butthole up to your nose? And
Oh my gosh, I didn't think about it being a chicken nugget
I
butthole.
just have this image of Nita. I just have this image of
I'm
Nita
so innocent.
opening up a random door, and there's C with a pile of toys, and he's just going.
he when Nita goes to bed, he goes into a secret room.
On my Happy Meal stash that she's never even known about.
Yeah.
Worth thousands of dollars, and I just smell them. I rub them on my face.
Yeah, she looks
That's
at
You
him.
can rub these.
There better be substances in that. No, there's not.
That
This
might
is
be
like
why I
now
was smelling them, because there was substances in that.
Oh, that's right. They were flocked when the fuzz came off. They became really weird. They were like gray underneath, if I
Yeah,
remember.
there used to be. It wasn't just this. There was also like these nature toys that were like that too.
Mhm.
That had that fuzz on it, and you would rub them up. It was you found them not Montgomery Ward's, like a Woolsworth. Well, y'all might not even know what a Woolsworth is, but like a Montgomery Ward's, one of those
A department
places.
store.
Yeah, well, it used to be kind of like a 5 and dime before there was a Walmart kind of thing. But yeah, no, I dated myself. Look, see? And that's why we talk about these things, Carl. He said, I think my daughter might have gotten a bear on a rare occasion that I'd spring for that junk. Exactly.
Yep.
But you remember it. And Jay, imagine the smell. I don't have to. I was there.
No, don't do that.
Asbestos was that vintage tinge of the 50s and 60s walls.
Yeah, so is blindness.
And of course, there goes my wife. You sniffed the nugget toys. Well, so you decided to watch the show tonight, I see. This is the one time you watch it. Just don't go into the locked box, bear, my dear.
Locked box bear? What?
It's from the Bernstein Bears. Anyway, so yeah, I remember these two. Chip and Dale.
And the Rescue Rangers, a movie.
And this kind of goes into what our last show too, a little bit, right? Because with the Disney Afternoon
Disney.
The Chip and Dale movie on Disney Plus did not need to be good, and that pisses me off. But more at 11. I never watched. I actually didn't watch Chip and Dale and the Rescue Rangers. I was more of a Darkwing Duck. Gargoyles person.
That was Nita's. Nita really liked Rescue Rangers, and Gadget was cute, right? But and I like moderate.
Was Gadget? Did you sniff her when you got this toy?
Wait, was her name Gadget? Did I say that name right?
Yeah. She also had
it was
babies
either
with
Gadget
the
or
fly.
Gidget. One of them.
Gadget.
I think it was Gadget. Gadget sounds more
Had babies
close
with
to
the
it.
fly.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about that.
She fucks the fly.
That doesn't exist.
It does. Weird
But
babies.
But believe it or not, you look at these and you're like, okay, well, that was probably cheap crap, but these were really sturdy toys.
Yeah.
And these are the things, like, this is why it's collectible, because nobody thought these things were going to be. They look like cheap crap.
Well, yeah, and that was the thing too, is that they lasted forever.
Yes.
Like, you could still open these up and play with them like they are brand new. And that is scary. And then you can sniff them, and they will still smell like a mouse's butthole.
Muppet Babies.
You better not have sniffed these. These are children.
Yeah,
I did not sniff.
Did you sniff these?
I was 7 when these came out. Thank you very much.
That doesn't help the case.
It still doesn't mean you couldn't have sniffed them.
Yeah.
But I did collect these because I remember when I was younger.
Weirdo.
And yeah, okay. Anyway, are you surprised? What the hell? You've known me now for a few months. You should have known that by now. We're just digging deeper into that. But
we're fine.
What was kind of cool too at that time is you didn't actually have to buy a Happy Meal to buy the toy, to get the toy. You could actually go and buy the toy outside of the Happy Meal. It would cost you, like, I think $1.50. It was something. You might as well have bought the Happy Meal, but if you just wanted the toy, I remember stopping at a McDonald's in the morning and getting these. But there was also, if you ask them, and they don't talk about this. No, they didn't.
Oh.
I just remember, like getting a sausage biscuit, and my mother would buy the toy. They would sell you the toy. Yeah, these were great. Because these were interchangeable. You could put Kermit on Gonzo's scooter, which that really wouldn't work too well, but
didn't they have like a Wacky Racers one too, like this before? Because I remember there was when I was growing up, there was these interchangeable toys, and I can't remember if it was Wacky Racers or Addams Family or some kind of cart thing. But yeah, I vaguely remember something like this. I don't really like Muppet Babies.
Oh my! What's wrong with you? Yeah, what? You're not watching the new Muppet Babies, are you?
There's a new Muppet Babies.
It's a new one.
Oh,
I know there's a new Rugrats, and that looks horrifying.
It's terrible. I've seen an episode or two. It's
so smooth.
now these are those ones like you were talking about. They used to have that wind back and go. It's not exactly what you were talking about, but that's kind of the.
I actually don't. The police are going to be pounding on your door.
Joe's with me, Joe. Man, Joe's like, man, this is definitely a trip down memory lane. Absolutely, and part of that was you got to encompass every sense, man. You got to have your sight, your sounds, your smells, your little chicken nugget buttholes. You know, it's just
You're Muppet Babies. You got to sniff those.
well. The ironic part is chicken McNuggets are mostly buttholes. So it doesn't matter if you have a toy or the real thing. You're sniffing a butthole.
there you go. You don't have to go. You don't have to look for the little pinhole, but it helps. Oh, Bambi figurines. Now these things, I remember these too. These are actual toys.
Yeah, I
Like,
think these were articulate too.
Yes, you could pose them. For the most part, I mean, I think a couple of them only their heads moved. So. But like Bambi, you could have her. You can have him stand up or whatever the case is.
I know a few Bambis that are female.
I think at this point in time, I was a little bit too old to sniff them anymore. But I wouldn't put it past me. This is when Bambi was re-released in theaters, because remember, it used to be you couldn't get these movies. VHS was just starting to come out. You couldn't get these movies. We talked about this a few weeks ago. And these are the times where they were re-releasing them in theaters, and Disney's like, "Oh, we have a good idea. Let's make a Happy Meal, and then we can really resell movies that people have already seen." And
My God,
hey, it worked. There, DuckTales.
DuckTales, hell yeah! DuckTales was awesome. The new show is really good too. And I wish they didn't cancel it.
To be honest with you, the thing that bothers me about the new show is the voices.
They're all annoying. Like in the freaking original show, they were all annoying.
Yes, but they sounded like ducks, man. It sounds like
they are ducks.
Yes, but not in. Yeah, no, the original show sounded like ducks. The new one, they sound like Abed from Community and everything. So,
all right, that's
or Doctor Who, huh?
Well, I mean,
play one of them.
Yes, yeah, that's why I said it. Yeah,
David Tennant, he's the Scrooge.
Scrooge, he was.
He
Scrooge.
does. He was a very good choice for that, though. I will give them that.
I'll give you that. I'll maybe.
We'll get that on this.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like they did respect Darkwing in the sense that he wasn't. I was kind of afraid that they would make him a capable superhero, like they try to be serious with him. But the fact that he was still, yeah, but he wasn't. Well, no, I'm not talking about now. You're talking about the actor that was playing Darkwing, but I'm talking about, Drake Mallard.
Oh yeah.
And so he wasn't incompetent, because Darkwing wasn't really incompetent. He was just blinded by his ego. So I'm glad that they kind of kept that. Yeah, I kind of kept that. And Launchpad didn't have the bravado voice for me like the old Launchpad did. The old Launchpad, he was very Patrick Warburton without being Patrick Warburton. So
I didn't have toys, but now I can just imagine opening up the toy box and getting it, and then like the DuckTales theme just starts blaring at you. But it's just the woohoo part. So right when you open up, fuck,
cut it real quick.
You're like shit. Oh
there
my
you
God,
go.
Beanie Babies.
Hi, Beanie Babies.
I had all of those. My brother was a huge Beanie Baby collector, and we would.
He's dirt poor now.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, because Beanie Babies are not worth a damn, except maybe like 2 or 3, and even then, it's like nobody's gonna buy it. But
anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Have you seen that clip in court where it was the husband and the wife, and they were getting a divorce, and they in the middle of the
Separating
court
their
were
Beanie Babies.
their Beanie Baby collection. Like,
Yeah, that
why
was
bother?
No, this was incredible. My mom hated these when these were coming out because she would sit in line, like car lengths, just or however long, because I didn't understand measurements when I was a child. But she would just wait hours and hours for these things, or it felt like it because I was a kid and I didn't know the concept of time. But I had chocolate, I had Chip, Goldie.
Wait, they had names?
Yeah, you
I
can
just
actually
thought it
see
was like Flamingo, Seal. You know,
Yeah,
Pony
I think
Bear.
they did
No,
have
it was-
names like backstories. Didn't they have backstories
Yeah.
also?
that was
Really?
later. Yeah, where they had backstories in the tags as well.
Oh.
So
I was doing drugs at this point in time, so I have no idea. But
I wish I was doing drugs during this. I was, what was this, 19? I was 3
I was
years old.
discovering myself.
I was 7 years old when these were popular.
been there, did that already. Sniff the chicken nugget.
Well, I'm younger. I'm younger than you, so
Yeah, no.
See, why didn't we just have drugs in the kids' meals?
It's just-
I think they did technically.
they probably. Like
That's
I said,
why
I
we were
remember
addicted
this.
to the toys.
That's what the thing. Nature Watch. I remember this. I didn't get this though.
I don't understand what that
Basically-
is.
This is basically like, for instance, like, and you can. It's a greenhouse. It's a hoe. Yes, you can get a hoe and a Happy Meal. Right? A water can. So basically, it was this. You know, this green environmentalist thing. You know, so you can basically grow your own seed. Because you see the pack of seeds. So here's what
Use
you
a
would do.
condom for that, so I don't have
The first week you would get the greenhouse and the seed.
And then you
Then
would
you
get
would
the
plant
hoe.
it. And then you would get the hoe, and then you would get the light, or whatever the hell that is, and then you would get the watering can 3 weeks later, when your seed's already dead in the ground, in the soil.
And then
So
the police show up, and then you're arrested for murder because you killed the hoe.
I was in a dry parish. We had Happy Meals, Walmart, and mushrooms. This is true.
That sounds
For
awesome.
those, that's Louisiana's parishes. But is it fair to claim that Beanie Babies were the NFTs for Gen X?
Oh man,
probably.
probably.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Yeah. So
they
when are we
they
gonna
are
do-
now.
It was basically they were only considered valuable because the people making them said they were valuable.
Mhm.
They weren't actually in an
Tiny
economic sense
Toons.
valuable.
These were the ones that I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the Babs and Buster one would flip, right?
yeah. You
Oh,
could
they
get
all would
two
flip.
different ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they
So-
would. They all kind of had that.
The flippy ability.
That
Is
was
this-
a way. That was a way to really wrap you in. Oh, get all of them.
Why does he have the same facial that guy had the same facial expression throughout that entire fucking commercial.
Because he's an actor in a commercial.
He's in a
right.
McDonald's commercial. I'm sure that's not where he wanted his career to end up by now. but
What's he
but you
doing
don't turn
now?
down a jam job.
Now
Happy
he's doing
birthday,
dispatch.
Happy Meal. Yeah.
I don't,
For the
I
For
don't
the
remember
15th
those.
anniversary of Mickey D's Happy Meal, the fast food joint launched a medley of the most popular toys, including favorites like Berenstain Bears and Muppet Babies characters. So basically, what was it, like the clip show of
leftovers.
Happy Meals?
Yeah, it was whatever they had left over, like in their warehouse, and they're like, "What do you got to do for our 15th year?" Well, how about we do these elaborate toys? We got a bunch of fucking things in the back. Just throw them all in the bin.
No one
That's how
wanted the fucking Berenstain Bears. What are we going to do with them? Oh, I don't know.
Let's give them away
Make a
again.
train.
How do
Well,
they
we got-
feel?
we
Do they
got,
smell
like,
good?
ribbons. Oh god, the Atomic!
Oh,
I remember
these.
these ones.
Yeah, they were outlawed in my school district.
They were
Really?
banned from my
Yeah.
school too. Yeah.
Why?
Because kids would sit
I'd
there in
kill you,
school all
bro.
day and feed their pet so their pet
Yep.
didn't die.
Really?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
would-
because if you put it away for the school day, your pet would eventually die because it's going,
Well, that's
you know,
cheap.
like
Not
6 or 7 hours without any attention or food or water or whatever.
not these ones though. These
Yeah,
when
the
they,
regular ones, they're
yeah,
like that big.
these ones you opened them up and there was like a little figure inside of them, or you would open them and there was like it would make a sound or something. So they weren't like the technical ones, but God, I remember having Tamagotchis. They still make them too. In fact, my brother just bought one, and it's a Kingdom Hearts one.
What, a
And I don't-
Tamagotchi?
Yeah, and you can
Say-
level. And Sora, as you feed him, he turns into different characters, and it's very confusing.
Okay, so let me ask this question. Okay,
No.
Tamagotchi. I remember, are these the same things as Digipets?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I have no idea what a digipet is, so I'm just going to nod and say yes.
What I'm kind of like Japanimation before people were calling it anime.
Oh,
We were, the American slang, I guess. I don't know. But I think we were calling them Digipets when they first came out.
Yeah, Tamagotchi are wild.
That's crazy to me because it's like, you know what they remind me of? They remind me of those old Tiger video games used to hold up and they would have like.
It was like just
You know-
like 2 or 3 frames.
Yeah, just like Double Dragons, just kick. It's just Michael Jordan Fitness Fun. Well, then we could just go
What?
with that one.
Is that when he did the commercial for the anti-drug commercial for McDonald's?
Oh, I don't know. Could be.
Have you seen that? It's
Get help.
it's really
Stop
hilarious.
it. Was it that one?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah. He's like if you're on drugs, stop it. Get
Stop.
help.
That's
there you
just like
go.
that's like every single person now. When you say they have, when it's like I'm sad, stop it. Get help.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like the emotion behind it too. It wasn't just the fact he said "stop it, get help." It was like "stop
like
it, get help."
Nancy Reagan, just say no. Just say no. And if you already did it, stop. So,
Oh,
Power Rangers.
Yeah. Rip Jason David Frank.
Wasn't there
Mhm.
one? Were these the ones that would form into the belt buckles or the morphin, whatever they're called? I didn't like Power Rangers, so I don't know.
Well, you're wrong.
They had
I
like
don't,
they had the coins. I don't think this is the same.
no,
thing.
not these ones. I think these were just
like
Actually, I don't
wind-up
know.
toys and
yeah.
Okay.
Because I think the pink Power Ranger was one of those where you drag it back for like a few inches, then let it go, and it speeds forward. I think.
Oh
They
yeah.
all could have been like that.
The
Pink
frog one I
Ranger,
think
yep.
jumped now that I think about it, because this was the time when it was. Was that the
Was there a
frog?
frog one? I don't
I-
think so. I think those
It's
are
like
the
a gorilla.
dinosaurs. Huh? No,
The Black
yeah, it looks like
Ranger?
an eight. The Black Ranger, is that a frog? Thought he had a
Well, the-
Triceratops.
No, that was
The-
later. Or
The
get a mastodon.
That was a mastodon.
yeah,
right.
Mastodon, and then you had the
Billy had the Triceratops.
Yeah.
and I
The
can't
Asian guy had a
remember-
frog when he became the black one with the
Yeah.
ninjas.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember now.
yeah. There were 2 saber-toothed tigers. It was the Blue Ranger and Yellow Ranger.
That's right. Yeah.
They
So this looks like it's a smorgasbord of all of them.
yeah. They said, "See that smelling thing you're struggling with? Panel with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Stop it! Get some help!
Stop it! Get out!
Stop it! Stop smelling chicken nuggets!"
Stop.
All right, I think that's it for that.
All
Anyway,
right,
let's
no,
go ahead and
Really,
take a couple bumps.
there were more great Happy Meals in the '90s. I'm surprised they didn't use those.
Well, we got the best and the worst. So I
Okay,
think we might have seen
because the
some of
Batman
them already.
Returns ones were pretty cool. I thought.
Yes,
Which one
but,
smelled the best?
but they really did cause a problem, didn't they?
True.
What-
Yeah.
what is that black stuff coming out of his mouth? It's like you can't sell that to kids. Yes, you
There's
could. We
weeds
would buy it
coming
up.
out of these.
No, it wasn't the Happy Meals. It was the movie itself, and then McDonald's was like,
The
"Oh,
movie
this
was-
movie's too dark. We don't want to, sell the Happy
Which-
Meals."
But you had the penguin and his little yellow ducky, the riding ducky, and I think
Yeah,
in the front was the umbrella and it would twirl. Yeah, it was. I remember those. I liked them. Anyway, I liked the movie too. So
Yeah.
I didn't smell it, but
yeah, because how can you smell a movie? They'll have smell-o-vision.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about the
Movie,
toys.
He took the movie home and he just smelled the shit out of it.
Well, that's kind of like the Little Mermaid case.
Takes
Anyway,
the
let's go take a
VHS
vote.
out of the thing.
Oh no!
The nostalgia.
All the stickiness.
Let's take a bump. We'll be back. Wait, hold on. Let me take this bump.
Hi everyone, Daphne Lage here. Join Nita Lanning and me on the Ragin' to the Vlogs show, where we talk about everything, nothing, and all the bits in between. Looking for hour-long conversations about indie comics, social media marketing, and crowdfunding, with the occasional rant and story time? Head on over to the Ragin' 2 channel on YouTube, Mondays through Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern to join in the chat.
Hit the button.
Have a question or comment for us to address on the show? Have a topic you want us to talk about? Email us at indiecomicsnetwork@gmail.com. Want your comics to arrive in pristine condition? Head over to GeminiComicSupply.com and save 10% on your next Gemini mailer order or anything in the Gemini Comics Supply store. Use coupon code RAGIN10. That's RAGIN 10.
All right. We are back. Let's see here. Now, says this is the 7 best and 7 worst Happy Meal toys. And we're going to see if we agree with them or not.
Based on smell.
Jake brought up one. I don't remember this one, but
wasn't.
remember the Donnie Darko Happy Meal? No, I didn't think so.
What?
I was head over heels for it.
No,
It was very abstract. I remember that.
I know the rabbit scared children.
remember the Cannibal Holocaust Happy Meal?
Oh yeah, and you got the girl on the spike. You know,
Yeah.
she would jump. You know, just like the Mario.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm actually surprised you know that reference.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Ruggiero Deodato.
Did he die?
Huh? Yeah, died
Oh,
last
shit.
week.
Oh, the Hot Wheels. Yeah, I remember those.
I do not.
I had.
I remember
actually,
Hot Wheels, but not these.
I had the. I think I had the Superman one. Maybe.
I think Hot Wheels gets, you know, I guess this is great marketing, but I think
Hot
they get away
Wheels
too
is-
easily. We're just gonna slap a logo and a color on a Hot Wheel and sell it as a Superman Hot Wheel, or I mean, that doesn't say Superman other than well, I guess it has the red cape, right?
Hot
But it
Wheels
doesn't
were
say
another one of
Superman
those.
to me, huh?
Hot Wheels was another thing where it was like collector's item, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, they still are. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that still do them, but
that's uncomfortable.
yeah,
I will say the Batman one does look like something Batman would drive.
Mhm.
yeah.
The Flash
Except for
one
that-
looks like something Hot Pursuit would drive. If you're familiar with him.
Food changeable Happy
Oh,
Meal
those were my
toys.
favorite ones. Why is that on the worst one?
It's
No,
not
this
its
is that.
best.
Oh, okay.
Now this is
Sorry,
what we
I
were
thought the
talking
last
about
one
in
was
the
going to be
chat.
the. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about in the chat. Look, because I remember there was one that was a drink, one that was the
Yeah.
chicken nugget container. It could be a chicken nugget. I guess they figured we already got chicken nuggets. So
It has to be the container, and I don't.
Yeah, it's an alligator instead of some kind of bird. Well, they're all, I think, dinosaurs, aren't they?
yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
it.
they
That's
look
what I'm
like it.
thinking.
Yeah. What the hell is the drink supposed to be?
Like a.
Uh,
I don't know.
It looks like a duckbill or
What
something.
would it smell like?
Superman
Oh,
had
he
a
has a
car. I thought he
car.
flew. That was back when he was leaping everywhere before they They let him fly.
Yeah.
Or the driver was sponsored by Superman.
There you go. There you go. Oh, not again.
Oh,
The best.
Man.
Why is that the best?
Why is that the best? I mean, I guess because they're cute. I had the snake one too, and when you smack somebody with it, it hurt.
According to the New York Post, the idea was to introduce the Beanie Babies to people in lower socioeconomic classes.
What?
So
what?
They were trying to get poor people to collect them.
So they were just big, and they were like, "Hey, poor people, if you want to be more poor."
They were selling fucking Beanie Babies in drugstores.
They still do.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
that's where you only can.
What lower socioeconomic class are they trying to hit? Homeless people? I mean, anyone could afford a Beanie Baby.
Funko Pops are the Beanie Babies of this generation.
Oh God, don't get me started.
Yeah, but at least with the Funko Pops, though, I will say this much, and I'm not trying to. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But at least with the Funko Pops, they were something, or they are something. They're, they span across the genres to appeal to somebody in some form, some way.
Yeah.
What the hell did a Beanie Baby do? I like bears.
Yep, and some of them are bobbleheads, and that's really nice.
Most of the people I knew that collected Beanie Babies were either kids or lonely old spinsters.
As I look at my brother.
Well, he was a kid, right, at the time.
Yes,
so.
yeah, of course. Yeah. Now he's a lonely spinster.
He was both. He was both. He was one of those really special, ahead of their time kids. He's already a spinster.
He was born in the wrong era.
He says, "Hey, poor people, think your shot at the Powerball is bad? I got a Beanie Bridge to sell you." Oh my gosh! McDonald's Fast Max Happy Meal toys. Anybody?
No.
I think these are before my time because they look older. I don't remember them.
1984.
Yeah, they had to be because look, there's Mayor McCheese.
Neither's I.
Does anybody remember Mayor McCheese?
I remember Mayor McCheese. I don't remember the cop.
Yeah, what was his name?
You don't remember Big Mac? The big,
there's a racist joke there, but I'm not gonna. Let's just continue.
Please.
What's a cop named Big Mac?
Well, no, I'm just gonna say let's just go.
Okay.
We'll save it for
turn into later. Shots with comics if you want to hear. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Look at this thing. Oh my gosh.
That's not the cartoon. That's the fucking
that's the
movie.
The movie.
Yeah. I remember now. That was with the Matthew Broderick movie. Yeah.
Why would you get Matthew Broderick to play Inspector Gadget?
Why would you even do that? The movie.
Because Disney had the rights to it at the time.
Oh my gosh, why?
Wasn't there another Inspector Gadget movie recently? It was just the badge.
Not with not recently, but yeah, there was a part 2 with French Stewart from Third Rock.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because at the time that they did Inspector Gadget, Disney was taking all these old cartoon properties and making movies out of them. They did Mr. Magoo with Leslie Nielsen.
Oh,
they did George of the Jungle with Brandon Fraser,
which was a hit. Yeah.
I mean, they did a lot of stuff at this time with the 70s and 80s cartoons. Well, 70s, 80s, and early 90s cartoons.
Holy hell! What an abomination! Go to the doctor.
Having a stroke.
Yeah, I think George of the Jungle was probably the one that started it, huh?
I do remember, though. I did have the squirt gun of this, and it was actually pretty decent. You pumped the arm, and it sprayed pretty far. So,
I mean, look at it. The thing looks like a power brick house.
Yeah, it looks awesome. You could kill somebody with that.
You're not going to knock that thing down. But look at his hat. His hat doesn't even fit on his head. That's because Matthew Broderick has a small head.
Wait, can you... I want to know how much that thing costs, too, though. Stay tuned while I find out.
All right. I'll read this while you do that. The genius of the Happy Meal collection was that while each toy, or limb in this case, could function on its own, they could also be assembled into full-size working Inspector Gadget action figures. The toys were also remarkably high quality. In other words, you can bludgeon somebody, with fun creative features and a face that actually resembles Broderick to a degree that's frightening. Each individual piece was... Look at that thing. It's like a sad...
Looks like a slightly younger K from Men in Black.
Oh, yes.
I mean...
Yeah.
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 Jake says the George of the Jungle one is a slapper. The animated show that came a few years later was alright too, but doesn't beat the old animated George of the Jungle.
Oh no, it didn't.
It depends on what you're looking at, but he's like $30 to $60.
That's pretty good considering at that time is what $3 for a Happy Meal and all his limbs. So 3, 4, 5. Well, that's not a really high. That's like double maybe.
Well, when you consider now, yeah, like I mean, it's still freaking expensive for that.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. The Happy Meals at that time when it was coming out was about $3, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
because
were
the chest
going up at that point.
So because the whole body came. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna buy it, and we can beat people with it.
Oh my gosh. My Little Pony Happy Meal toys. This is way past all of us.
This is well, yeah.
It became a Happy Meal toy in '85.
In '85.
No,
the one there looks like the newer one.
This is not the Happy Meal toy.
Yeah,
There's
I was
no
about to
way.
say that is.
Oh, okay. These aren't the what is it? Friendship is Magic ones. They released this right before the Friendship is Magic cartoon came out. So it was the last line before it blew up again. So I remember
this is before the Terra Strong?
Yes.
So this is early or late 2000 or
before. Yeah, I would say so. Let's say my daughter.
All the old men. When did the cum jar happen?
What?
Do what now?
What?
Yeah, let's keep going.
These ones I had.
Hercules Happy Meal toy. Look, those are some sturdy looking toys.
Yep. See, Jake gets it. He made the reference too. I'm glad.
Oh, it's the best, sure, best preserved for.
I do remember these ones. I think because these came with the plates. I think
that sounds like a backroom chat. That's all I can say.
It is. Oh, it is. Join us next time.
Oh, Dispatches After Dark.
That'd be really funny. Yeah, the end of the era Hercules and the Happy Figures. Oh, 1997. Yep. So they had actually the plates with these too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I had the Hydra and Zeus. And I think I had I had Pegasus out of this set as well.
Surely there was a Hades though, right?
I don't remember. But
it
probably.
would have to be, huh?
Probably. Man.
All right, here we go. The worst Halloween buckets.
How is that bad?
I want to argue with that because those are awesome.
Those were neat.
I do feel like I think it comes from the idea that it was basically a ripoff because it was a container. And because when you were younger, the boxes used to have, puzzles and you could break them out to, play with your toys on little pop-out things and stuff. This was the toy, and you're like, you've got your food, and now you have a bucket. And then you can use it
go
one
trick or
night.
treating with.
Go trick or treating with.
And then you can keep it to put stuff in because you're always going to need a container to put stuff in.
Or you can
I'm not saying that they suck.
McDonald's.
And these aren't the first ones, huh?
Those look like the ones that came out with last year or the year before because they re-released them.
Because I don't think they were like that. If I remember correctly, they were taller.
They weren't that. Yeah, the looks like they have a different type of lid on it. Like
the old one was just like looked like a Tupperware lid just with a stem on it.
Yeah,
but they were popular, and I'm not saying that I disliked them either, but I kind of understand why they're saying that. It's like this is not really a toy This was basically a container.
It's kind of like
So
the
we just
cookies.
tricked you into thinking.
It's kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
Now you just sniff. You can put whatever you want in them and sniff them.
Now you have to eat your Happy Meal because you can't do anything else. What the hell?
What?
It's from the same people who made those Davy whatever toy cars earlier, right? Believe it or not, there are kids who do not like camping.
Was that one of those cups that pop up?
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
My parents have one of those for their dog. Not those, but a cup that it's like
marketed toward dogs.
It's like a special bowl that they could put water in. If they're out camping or they're walking or something.
Yeah, it's a portable bowl.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen those before. I think I'm pretty sure I have one of these too.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah, like as a child, I'd be really angry if I got something like that. But as an adult now, I'm kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure, I could use that. Well,
Sure,
okay, and that's what should have been in the adult Happy Meal. That's what should have been in the adult Happy Meal.
Not this.
A coffee cup. Oh my gosh! I'm not even reading that one, Jake. You'll have to.
It is not just a poor man's; it's also a poor man and severely disfigured from the way it's shaped.
Oh no, that's not right. It's just not right.
And the My Little Pony is right in the middle.
Bronze Little Mermaid figurines Happy Meal toys. I don't remember this at all. What is that?
Looks like plastic painted bronze.
I think they had a. Yeah. It was, and I think they did a Beauty and the Beast. I know they did another Disney movie with this, but all it was is just as you see, they got lazy with the paint jobs, and they said, you know what, we're just going to spray everything bronze and sell these as fancy shit.
Yeah, that's BS.
It's like McFarlane toys in the 90s. Every case of toys would always have like the one gold figurine.
Yep. And now I think it's the gold label they have.
Here we go. The Happy Meal brought to you by Michelle Obama. Step in Happy Meal toys. Probably more apt name for this toy would have been McDonald's misstep. As CNN reports, this decision was already controversial as some nutritionists saw it as a ploy to divert customers' attention away from the unhealthy nature of McDonald's food. And in case you're not watching this and you're only hearing this, it is basically a Fitbit, right? It's like a kid's Fitbit.
Wait. It's already controversial, as some nutritionists saw it as a ploy to divert. Well, yeah, but that's not a bad thing. Why are nutritionists angry about that?
You gotta be angry about something.
Well, yeah, because like the first thing that comes to mind when you think of McDonald's is unhealthy food. So why are you surprised that they're unhealthy?
It's like them getting upset about McDonald's having a salad.
Yeah. And no one buys the salad, too.
They don't even make them anymore.
Halloween McNugget Buddies Happy Meal.
Hey, worst. Okay, whoever wrote this is stupid.
Yeah, you can sniff those.
They aren't exactly fun to play with.
I mean,
I don't know. Those are the kind you can sniff. They look
kind
of hard.
If you put them in
you could sniff anything if it's a physical object. Okay?
Yeah, and you can still have fun with that.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
Yeah,
that is like a nightmare-inducing thing.
Those I would kill.
Allegedly swearing minion Happy Meal.
Oh no, that's awesome!
One of the minions fell under special scrutiny, with many parents claiming to hear it swearing. What the fuck? According to CNBC, McDonald's refuted the claim, saying that the minion was speaking Milanese and simply saying "parle bouquet" or maybe "ha ha ha." What the
Bukaki. Parla Bukaki.
It sounds like that thing, that happened back in the 70s and 80s where people would wind records back and, oh, look, they're saying praise Satan, and everyone thinks it's differently.
That was just the Beatles. Like that's all they were saying was Hail Satan the entire time.
Yeah.
I argue that. I think the swearing minion is fucking awesome.
That is. It
Yeah.
is. So I
would
don't
wanna
have
that.
for Burger King. It's a Fitbit to track your steps closer to death by artery clogging. Sure, why not?
There were
Okay, so
Beetlejuice
I don't
toys?
Yeah.
Yes, it
remember
was
'em.
like I remember these. They were they also were kind of like the shut up. They're kind of like the chicken nuggets. They were they were this kind of plastic, but they were it was
I
still
remember
sturdy.
I think one of the Beetlejuice ones was like squishy or something, like
Yeah, it was
not disgusting squishy, but like squeak
like a
toy
rubber
squishy.
duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a rubber duck. Yeah. Silverhawks toys, like okay, that didn't sell well. But everybody likes Silverhawks, so I don't know. The Alf puppets, I remember these. I had an Alf puppet, but these weren't really Happy Meals. These you actually had to buy separately. The same thing for the Alvin and the Chipmunk plushes up there, because those were actually when the Alvin and the Chipmunk movie came out, not the live action one, the first cartoon movie that came out in 1987, which the Chipmunk Adventure, I think was the name of it. But those weren't really Happy Meals. Those were kind of like the the cups or whatever you would buy. But I really think, like see the DC superheroes couplers. I don't think these are happy. These aren't kids' meals toys. These were things that were sold, like the collector's cups and things like that. So that doesn't count. I think when you get into the kids' meal stuff is when you get into 1990, and now we're talking about the Beetlejuice toys and the Simpsons dolls, which is crazy to me because I do remember there was a huge Simpsons, over Burger King at the time. You see the Simpsons dolls, the Simpsons camping. Okay, if the Simpsons weren't for kids, why the hell were they in a kids' meals?
Are the Simpsons not?
The same reason they had. The same reason they had Rambo and Terminator action figures in toy shops. Because I bought a few, or I did. My parents did. Bought a few when Terminator 2 came out.
Well, they also had the Spawn figures too, in toy shops as well.
At a Burger King?
Oh well, Spawn was
like Toys R Us.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Well, because they saw it as a superhero. They didn't quite understand.
Because I remember the controversy around Spawn when some kids were buying it and their parents saw what was in it. And I was like, oh my God.
I remember having the Overkill giant figure. That was awesome.
So the thing about it is I looked at this list earlier and I was like, crap, I remember these more than I remember McDonald's Happy Meals.
Did you go down the list and say, sniffed that, sniffed that?
I think that the Burger King ones had more variety because the McDonald's ones was usually either Disney properties, Barbie, or the McDonald's characters. These were multiple franchises.
Well, yeah, because you used to always have the Barbie / Hot Wheels Happy Meals when you used to be able to say, I want a girl's Happy Meal and a boy Happy Meal.
And if your son wanted a Barbie, just say, can I get the Barbie? It's not a big problem, but that's just, I don't know.
I used to get the look, when they had the Barbie figures, I'd be like, no, I want the Barbie. Sometimes you want to change it up. That was fine.
Well, there's nothing wrong with, my opinion, with a boy playing with a Barbie or a girl playing with Hot Wheels. Just, if your kid wants the other one, just tell them, can I get the whatever toy?
Look, if my kid and I'm shopping and they're like, I want the Barbie, I'm going to buy them the fucking Barbie. And guess what? You can play with them the same way as you play with them as a G.I. Joe figure. Send them to the war. Or jizz on them. Whichever you favor.
Or have G.I. Joe jizz on Barbie.
Or have G.I. Joe. Right, yeah.
Now, you were saying, you remember all the Disney stuff being McDonald's, but guess what?
What?
The Disney stuff was actually Burger King.
What?
Was it really?
Beauty and the Beast in 1991. Pinocchio. Goof Troop. Aladdin. Yeah.
Huh.
But here's what tripped me out just now.
Been cheating on McDonald's a little bit there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Inspector Gadget,
I do remember the
based
toys.
On the cartoon. Yeah,
I do remember the cartoon toys. They were pretty cool.
Like a Mandela
effect? Maybe, right? We're in a different timeline. Okay, so who remembers King Ralph? Does anybody remember King Ralph?
Is that the movie with John Goodman?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Basically,
yeah.
For people who aren't watching, it was Roddy McDowell, I think, was in it, right? And it was Roddy McDowell and John Goodman.
It was. I think it was Peter O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I get them confused sometimes. Yes, Peter O'Toole.
How could you confuse Roddy McDowell and Peter O'Toole? They're entirely different.
They're skinny.
People.
They're skinny British people. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, because at that point in time, also Fright Night had just come out. I was a big Fright Night fan when I was a kid for some freaking reason. So, but that trips me out. There was King Ralph toys, so I had to pull this up. Right, King Ralph toys. That's all you got. I don't have. There's no pictures.
They don't even have
no pictures.
I'm going to show you King Ralph toys.
It was a flop, and I remember when I finally watched it because I think it was on Netflix. I was like, "Oh, I remember that movie," and I watched it, and I'm like, "Can I have this time back?
Oh, no,
I want more.
On.
I want. I just
this
wasted
is not
time
King
on
Ralph.
this movie. No,
freaking Disney.
Put in King
everything.
Ralph Burger King or something.
Yeah. All right, folks. If you can find, there's the puppets.
Alf freaked me out as a child.
Is that right? Really?
Oh God, yeah.
Somewhere there's a picture of Bigfoot searching for the King Ralph toys.
There's the Beetlejuice. The Beetlejuice toys.
Yeah.
I remember those ones. The Hunchback.
The Simpsons. Yeah, they had a whole bunch of Simpsons.
I remember the Lord of the Rings ones.
I remember
ones because it was one of those things where you had to collect them, and it was a figurine on a stand, and if you got them all, they connected together, and it was this like big ring of all the characters.
They also had the collector's cups as well, if I remember.
Yes,
because I have two of them. I have Aragon and Arwen.
Whatever.
Arwen. That one, yeah. I think.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You used to have like big. Okay, everybody remembers McDonald's, but freaking Burger King was balling, bro.
They had everything.
Yeah, those Beetlejuice, toys. I think I ended up getting all of them, and that was rare for me to get the whole set up.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. I love the action figures that actually came. That came from the movie. If you had like the.
Yeah, the little rubber head and would pop off and would be a different monster underneath. That was awesome.
Now Walmart actually has like a figure for the animated series, which is where I really got into Beetlejuice. I can't find it anywhere. I can't find it on the website. I can't find it in my Walmart, but I know it exists because I've seen somebody have it. It's like, I'm not collecting toys anymore, but if I were going to, that would be one of the ones I would collect.
Well, of course you can't. You have kids; they'll want to play with them.
Oh no, my kids are like 12 and older, so they're almost. That's how old I am. I was born in 1980. That's what I'm saying.
Nerd.
But you look at this and you start seeing it was a lot of Disney stuff. The Little Mermaid, Balkers, which we don't talk about, but we talked about the last time we were on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Let's see, Lion King toys. Aladdin, Gargoyles, Pocahontas. I can't imagine that was any fun. Huh?
Well, the Pocahontas one, you were just stealing people's lands and everything. Like that's all it really was.
The whole game, yeah.
Yeah.
Pocahontas hide and seek figure puppets.
Oh no.
There you go.
I think I had one of those. I think I had the raccoon. Now that I think about it.
That's right. All those first look alike.
Toy Story. Yep.
Yeah. Oliver. Why would they have an Oliver and Company in 1996? Because Oliver and Company actually came out in 89, huh?
Well, because Oliver and
Company at some point.
Oliver and Company, if I remember correctly, came out in 1999, but the original movie was supposed to come out in 1996, and due to something, they ended up releasing the toys before they released the movie, I think.
Well, the movie, the Oliver and Company cartoon came out right before the Disney. Of course not. Screw you. Worthless Wikipedia. But the Oliver and Company came out It was the last movie to come out and bomb for Disney before Little Mermaid hit and started the Disney Renaissance.
Oh, Oliver and Company was 1988. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
man, that
Yeah,
movie
because I
is.
remember they did wrote that some form of Oliver and Company came out in the 90s. I can't remember if it was released on
They were
VHS for the first time or re-released in the movies.
Yeah,
That's a possibility right there. Yeah, that's a possibility. I may have suffered
Yeah.
from the Mandela effect that maybe the
was
Donnie
the-
Darko sad meal was by Burger King. Okay. So yeah, but you say Land Before Time, which is again, that was when, oh my gosh, the Land Before Time straight to video movies. There was too many of those.
Yeah, there's
They're
like
all
I
over
think
the place.
at least 12 of them.
mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Casper
M&M
meets
minis.
Wendy.
Yeah, like Burger King was the shit. Look at this, Mr.
Yeah.
Potato Head, Rugrats,
Black.
Men in Black, Small Soldiers, Casper.
I don't know
Meets
what
Wendy.
Toonsylvania is, but it sounds like something I'd
I would
like.
click
remember-
on it, but it wouldn't give me anything.
Pennsylvania. I remember that. I remember the show. I've never. It was on.
Oh, I didn't know there was a show.
Fox Kids. Yeah. I
Okay.
think. I remember the Pokemon where a girl shoved the Pokeball up her nose. I remember that.
Freaking worth. Pennsylvania Five Toys had Igor Screaming Monster Maker, Screaming Screech. Whatever.
I think I had one of those too. Now that I think about it.
Now you see them start to. Okay, so they had Batman Beyond,
Road
and
to
now
El
we're going to start
Dorado.
seeing it go downhill. The Road to El Dorado, Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas. Really? Pokemon Chicken
Oh God,
Run.
I saw a riff of that movie last year. It's so fucking terrible.
Yeah, Jackie
What's that?
Chan Adventures.
Yeah. The Viva Rock Vegas one. It's
really?
garbage. Oh yeah, it's
I'm
terrible.
sure it. What's sad is I could see Mark Addy actually playing a good Fred Flintstone, but yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Yeah, so I mean, basically, I'm not going to go through all of them, but basically, freaking Burger King was like the bad teenage kid that you wanted everybody to be. You wanted to be as a kid, right?
They had ham
These really were
taro
big
and
kids meals.
they had ham taro and Beyblade. Oh, that was right. Oh man, that's sick. Ham taro was awesome.
Hulk, Cat in the Hat. I guess we're not going to talk about that one because that's probably the movie.
Yeah, the Hulk one was probably the movie. That's when it came out.
Oh yeah, well no, I was
Cat in the
that one too.
The
But
cat in the hat one
Hat.
just came with the bat.
Like, so are they still doing the big kids meals? Yeah.
Looks like it.
Oh, this is what they're going to come out with this year.
Wait, the
Transformers?
Peanuts? Why? Subway Surfers. That's a game.
I thought that's like a
There's
old
Justice
game.
League, the 2021 rerun. I like how they put that there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh thank God.
Wow,
the Animal
okay.
Planet. Trolls 3.
So okay, so they're going to be coming out with the Flash, Strawberry Shortcakes, Berry, and the Big what? Oh look, Captain Marvel 2. The Marvel is that even coming out this year?
I don't know. Blue
I don't
Beetle.
think they
I don't
know.
think that's even coming out either.
No, they're releasing
true.
it. They're releasing the 3 movies they have left, and they're starting over the film universe.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, so we've definitely gone over our regular time. So with that, let's start with the youngster. Tell us where we can find you, sir.
You can find me right here at home. You should find me.
And where's that?
Every time I feel like I need to get a rim shot.
Here's my address. No, you can actually find me on Twitter at Casual Nerd Chad, where it's very slow updates right now, but I'll be announcing all my other projects. You can also follow my podcast at Shots with Comics, also on Twitter, and you can join me and the new host, which I won't be announcing that soon, January 9th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Indie Comics Network After Dark, where we get drunk, talk about comics. We're doing a whole new layout and thing. I already went over it with Nita, and she said that we could do it as long as we don't get arrested. No promises. So, but yeah, that's what you can get.
But it will make for great YouTube if you do. So
It will, yeah. If the FBI comes and knocks down our door, it'll be great.
all right. Mitch, go ahead.
Yeah, you can find me at Linktree /Celtic Cross Studios, or you can find All my stuff, my website, socials, everything.
All right, awesome. And of course, you can also find me at Linktree /C Michael Lanning. Next time I show up, I'll probably be on Sketchy Saturday this Saturday. We'll also be coming back with the usual gang. And of course, keep an eye out for Doghouse coming from Hasm Productions. And you can always check out the Arrowcomics.store if you want to check out Calico of Shard as well as other Arrow products over there. You can check those out. And of course, come back next week as we'll talk about pirates. Yes, that's a vampire, but it just seemed to fit. So come back. What is the appeal of these marauders, these thieves, these rapists that
downloading stuff on the internet?
Now are these like fictional pirates, real pirates, or everything?
Everything. We'll talk about everything because I mean, after all, you could say we're talking about fictional pirates, but even real pirates kind of bleed in, like Blackbeard or whatever, you know.
Or that one guy.
They show up in a minute.
That one guy who was a part of Blackbeard's crew that was a huge weenie, dubbed the worst pirate ever.
You're talking about, You're talking about the flag is death or whatever it's called.
Yeah, our flags mean death or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, with that,
look up Black Sam Bonnie. Also, he's pretty funny to research.
I will.
All right, with that. So tune in next week and we'll talk about that and among other pirate things, not just Captain Jack Sparrow, folks. I promise. So come and check
There's some
out.
Captain Hook in there too.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
We only know 2 pirates. Captain Hook, Captain
Oh, let's see. Well, come back next week and let's see if we did our research. Anyway, leave you with this kind word. Enjoy your week and see you next Tuesday. Bye.
The surprise meal is mine. It is the action toy.
I have the chicken silly surprise with Half-Bush Princess.
There are no toys in my meal.
It's just food. Without toys, I don't have the motivation to eat.
Guess I'll just go to sleep.
If they don't eat, they'll get sick. What do we do?
Maybe it's time to go to Birthday Buffet.
Birthday buffet!
At Birthday Buffet, every meal has a toy hidden inside.
Look at this. It's Little Girl Robot.
I got an army man. Awesome. Seconds? Yeah. There's a full Western village in my ranch dressing.
There's a toy truck in my suit. And a wig. Yeah!
Look! Full baseball bat and my green beans. Dad, are you okay?
Now I am, thanks to this 1972 sports car.
Cool!
Yeah!
At Birthday Buffet, it's like every day is your birthday.
Wonder what that is.